What's up, everybody? It's your friendly neighborhood DoolieRay, and today I'm going to try something a little bit different. This is something that I've been wanting to do for a while. I've been doing it for like a year or so. When I started YouTube, I wanted to keep track of my roster progression so that I could see how my roster was growing and hopefully give you better advice as to how to grow your roster as well. So if you want to take a look here, this video is going to be a lot of numbers, a lot of boring stuff. So if you're a nerd like me, you're going to enjoy this. If not, I understand if you don't want to watch. I appreciate you clicking on this video anyways, but let's get into these. Let's talk about these numbers here. So, as you can see here, I have a nice spreadsheet. How about that? Me putting a spreadsheet together of all the champions that I currently have as 4-stars. This is my 4-star roster here, and these are the champions that are available. I update it every couple weeks, maybe once a month sometimes if I'm feeling lazy. And I've been doing this for a long time. This is really cool for me to see because when I first started doing this, there was so much white all over the place. So everything that's filled in is a character that I have. So the champion name, if they're colored in, means I have the champion. And as far as rank goes, if they're colored in, that means they're duped. And if they have white text, that means that they're a maxed out character, signature ability wise. So I've been watching everything I'm doing, keeping track. Used to be a lot more white. Now there's a lot more color. And if we go ahead and look down here, you'll see that yeah, this is what my roster progression has actually looked like. I started October of last year. I had 73 4-star champions at the time. I have now gotten up to 115, maybe even more than a couple more than that. I don't know if I've fully updated this. Let me check and see. No, Cap Infinity War's not up there, so I think I have one more. No, two more, because I got Immortal Iron Fist as well. So I do have a couple more 4-stars. I haven't quite updated it all the way yet, but as you can see, I had 30 champions awakened. I had 73 total 4-star champions. I had 3 at rank 1, 5 at rank 2, 50 at rank 3, 11 at rank 4, and 4 maxed out 4-stars. Crazy to think about that. Looking at where my roster is now, as you can see, I mean, it's a pretty steady progression up until about April of this year. At that point, I'd gotten a lot of 4-stars, and that just came from opening up 4-star crystals, which a lot of this progression just comes from straight up arena grinding. So it's grinding all the basic champions that I don't have. It's grinding the basic arena, getting all the milestones, and hitting that 11 to 25% mark, so you're getting the 500 4-star shards. It's doing the event quest every month, and all that together, I open around 2 to 4 4-stars a week, I would say. And that's arena, that's duping 3-stars as well, that's the event quests and special events that come out as well. So if you play this game, you know, fairly seriously, you can see some serious growth. I don't know what exactly my base hero rating was in October of last year, but in December it was 350,000, and it's now gotten up to 750,000. So that's a 400,000 increase. I doubled the size of my account in less than a year, even. So, well, actually, yeah, well, it was less than a year. So, I don't know what else you want me to show you. If you have any questions, you can leave them down in the comments down below. But as you can see, I really spent a lot of time ranking up my 4-star champions. I don't know exactly when, but I got to a point where I decided to take all of my 4-stars up to rank 3, and by the time I rolled around to, like, say May or so of this year, I had gotten pretty much, well, actually it was like February was the last month where I had quite a few rank 1s and 2s. So, I mean, there's not much else to say. I've gotten 10 more maxed out 5-stars. And as far as max sig levels go, I started out with 0 champions with max sig level. I now have 28. And I think I actually have more than that. I haven't updated yet, so I'm sorry. But yeah, it's November now, so we're just looking at October last month. So that's as far as 4-star progression goes, that's what we're looking at here. That's what I keep track of. So if there's really no reason to do this unless you want to see like how you're progressing in game. So mostly this is just me being a huge nerd, but at the same time, I enjoy seeing this. and I know a few other people enjoy seeing other people's accounts as well. So there's the numbers there if you want to see those. Any questions at all, you go ahead and ask me. I'll be happy to chat with you. Then we'll move on to my 5-star roster, which, as you can see, this is what my 4-star roster looked more similar to last year. And I mean, last year I only had 6 5-stars starting out, so this was pretty much a blank sheet, almost a blank sheet. So I think the 5-star progression is super exciting, super crazy. Back in October of last year, 5-stars were still really rare for me. I would get, well, I guess they were starting to give out 5-star shards more regularly, but it wasn't really until about December of last year that they started really just letting loose on the 5-stars and giving out those 5-star shards pretty readily if you were willing to grind in this game. So in October, I had 6 5-stars. I had 3 rank 1s, 3 rank 2s. Nothing crazy. They were all just crappy champions. None of them were awakened, and none of them were worth taking high at all. So what I was doing at that point was I was saving up my 5-star shards that I was getting so that I could open up a featured crystal for Stark Spidey. And this was back when the featured crystal, before it was updated. Now that it's updated, you have like 24 champions in a pool, and you have an equal chance of getting anybody in that pool. But the way it used to be was you could target one character, and you had maybe a 20% chance of getting them when you opened up a crystal. And I was saving up for Stark Spidey. And that is one of the best things I've ever done for this account, because in November, I opened up 2 of those crystals, and I did pull Stark Spidey, and that just allowed me to do so much content. It opened me up to so many new rewards. So if you can get one champion can make a difference. It's crazy, but it's true. And if you're not getting that champion, just keep trying, I guess. Be smart about how you use your resources, and hopefully it'll pay off for you. Oh man, I'm just droning on here, aren't I? Okay, well, November, I got 4 more 4-stars, or 4 more 5-stars, and I took one of them up to 345. That would have been my Stark Spidey at the time. Everybody else kind of evened out there. And then in December, we had the Road to a Million arena, where you got a 5-star from that. So I got 5 5-stars that month. It's crazy. And then, as you can see, in January, things really slowed down. I only got 1 5-star. February, I got 3. And then it was huge growth up till now. I have 65 stars. Last month I had 58. We're like 2 weeks into November, so I've got 2 more 5-stars, and I've done Labyrinth of Legends. That's why between September and October, I mean, you see that huge jump from 50 to 58. I got 8 5-stars in 1 month, and that was me completing Labyrinth of Legends. And I could have possibly gotten even more 5-stars if I had opened up basic crystals, but I went for featured crystals, and that's an extra 5,000 shards that I lost out on. So, what else is there to say? I now have, let's see, 5 rank 4 champions and 2 maxed out 5-stars. I'm trying to work on getting all my 5-stars up to rank 2. That's my goal for Arena, is to get all of my 5-stars up to rank 2. So currently it looks like I have 14. Taken up to that level. I've got 29 that I've still got to work on, and I mean, that's a lot of characters, right? I've got 8 at rank 3. That's almost the equivalent of a rank 5 4-star. So, I mean, all things considered, I think this is pretty cool to see. So, I don't know. What else do you want me to say? 6-star, as far as 6-star roster goes, it's pretty slow. Things are pretty slow. I have not yet updated the who did I get? Red Hulk. I have not updated that yet, but that was this month, so as you can see, I mean, we started out in February. That's when 6-stars first became available, and I got my first 6-star, and then it was 4 months till I got my next, or actually, I think I saved up my 6-star shards, because I was planning to open up a featured crystal, or a couple featured crystals. So I saved up my 6-star shards, and then it turned out they were going to be adding characters from the featured pool into the basic pool, and I was like, I'm not going for features. I'm not spending those shards. So I popped 2 open. That's why in June and July I just pop, and then August as well, popped it. And then it took about another 3 months to get to where I could open up a 6-star this week, and that's about how long it takes for me to get a 6-star currently. It depends on what I get for Alliance War rewards, and I mean, I get 2,500 shards from uncollected every month. But it takes 2 to 3 months, I would say, to get a 6-star crystal. So it's still a big deal to open up these 6-stars. And I mean, based on what I've seen in my roster on the 4 and 5 stars, this may go up pretty soon. So it's exciting. It's exciting. The growth that you can see in this game, it's very slow. You may not always see it, but it happens. And it's really rewarding to look back on. So I keep on saying so. I don't know what else to say to you guys. I just wanted to show off a little bit. I don't mean to necessarily show off, but I'm just trying to show you that if you're willing to put the work in on this game here, you can progress. But remember, at the end of the day, it is a video game. You should live a good life, have fun, and if this game is fun for you, then play the game. That's all I have to say. So till I see you next, hang in there. May the RNG be with you, and peace out.